Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. I made a video last night. A very emotional video. And then a friend called, and so I stopped making the video. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna put the video up or not. I tell you in that video, I had a car accident on Wednesday. In the afternoon, right around lunchtime, I rear-ended somebody, totally my fault, and I ended up spraining my hand and my finger. And it was, I rode around, I knew I knew when I was riding around that the finger was bothering me, but I didn't realize how bad until my whole hand swelled up really bad. So they told me to rest and keep it elevated until I could get the swelling to go down. I had to do ice and ibuprofen and all the other stuff. Swelling's gone down. Yesterday it was a little swollen, partial through the day, but not much. And today it hasn't at all. It's still wrapped. I'm still going to have to keep it wrapped because it was a little sore after I showered. But anyways, so that's why I haven't been on. The video, it talks about a show that I was watching. Anyways, I'm going to share the video with you. I'm going to upload that video in its entirety so you can see. As I've been on this journey of learning to love myself and become my true authentic self, the one area that I know I really need to work on is learning how to be more vulnerable. I know that a lot of people in society, especially our society, I don't know other countries, but our society, a lot of people think that vulnerability is weakness. I do not. I think vulnerability is actually strength. I think people who are not able to be vulnerable, there's times that you shouldn't be, and there are other times that, yes, you should be. I think that people who can't be vulnerable at all, I think that they're afraid of being judged. And they are the ones that make the rest of us think that vulnerability is bad. It's not. I'm a huge, huge supporter of, you're hurting, you're in pain, you're upset, go ahead and cry. Let those tears out. It's cleansing. It really is. Otherwise, you keep it bottled up inside you, and it's just going to explode at some point. And when it explodes, it's going to explode on people that you may not want it to explode on. But you're not going to have the control over who it's going to explode on. So vulnerability and dealing with all of it is important. I am perfectly fine with being vulnerable around family and friends and people that I love and I trust. I've been working and being out doing DoorDash and interacting with so many different people that I interact with over the past 3 years. I've slowly learned to be a little bit more vulnerable around people that I really don't know. So I recorded the video last night. I wasn't sure if I was going to post it or not because it's pretty raw. It's some pretty raw pain that I'm going through at this point. And then I came home from working tonight and I watched the video and decided that yes, somebody may need this. It's raw. It's sad, but it's reality. And I want to build this great soul tribe, soul family. How can I do that if I'm not going to just throw myself out there and be vulnerable with all of you? So I will be uploading that video. But there are some things that I would like to share. After I watched that video, I talk about my mother, being the caretaker of my mother before she passed. And I share some really tough stuff. So after watching it, as I was listening to myself, I realized there were some pretty funny parts too. Like, my mother one day, and I don't know where she got it from, but one morning she woke up, and I got her medicine, I got her everything that she needed, and, sorry, my dog's chasing her food, and I was getting her ready and everything so she could, have some breakfast and take her medication and whatever else, and she looks at me and she goes, "It's not going to be today." And I said, "What's not going to be today?" She goes, "I'm not going to die today." And I looked at her and I said, "How do you know?" She goes, "It's raining out." Okay, so every morning she would wake up. If it was raining out, she would say, "I'm not going to die today." And then the first time that the sun came out, because this was in March and April and May, in Wisconsin, so it was pretty rainy. The first sunny day, she woke up and she looked and she says, "Oh, I suppose today would be a good day to die." I said, "You're not going to die today, Mom. You're not fully deteriorated yet." I said, "You've got a long ways to go." And we laughed about it. She lost a lot of weight in her, when she was sick. She lost a lot of weight. So one day when she realized her shirts weren't fitting her right, she was very upset. And I said, "Mom, why are you upset? What are you talking?" She wasn't making a lot of sense, but she was mumbling something. I said, "Mom, why are you upset?" She goes, "I have to go to heaven with these golf balls." And I died laughing at her, and I said, "Mom," I said, "I don't think in heaven they're really going to care what size your breasts are." I said, "They're more going to be worried about your soul." Excuse me. Allergies are horrible right now here in the desert. So, there were moments where it was funny, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I'll let the other video speak for itself. I just want to say that vulnerability is not a bad thing. And I am now starting to work on my being more comfortable with being vulnerable. I don't embarrass easy. I really never have. I mean, I think I may have when I was a kid, but as an adult, I really don't get embarrassed very easily. It takes a lot for that to happen. So vulnerability we're definitely working on. So I'm going to upload this, and then I will upload the video from last night. It does end abruptly at one point. But I think that some of the things that I say in there might really help somebody else either now or in the future that may have to deal with being a caretaker, being a caregiver to somebody who's dying of cancer. It's very difficult to get through. And like I say in that video, it's now up and down for me at this point, but you'll see all that in there. So I want to touch base, apologize for not having been here for a few days. I will be back on regularly like I have been. So we're all back to normal, and we're just letting the hand heal. Anyways, night guys. See you in a day.